Hey, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another NBA2K24 video, man. So, we got a lot of news to talk about today, man. Wang has came out of hibernation. He's been all over Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, replying to tweets, dropping information. It was said that on the week of August 14th that 2K24 would drop news on pro play and gameplay. They have officially dropped some of that news today. A lot of information got dropped today, so be sure to stay tuned to this channel. Drop a like on this video, sub to this channel, hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I played the pacing game, bro. I decided to wait and get all the information so I could give it to you all in one time in one video and keep it short and simple. So that being said, we're going to break this video down to 4 topics, starting with topic number 1, shot timing.
Everyone, I'm Mike Wang, and I'm the gameplay director for NBA2K24. Today I'm going to talk to you about the gameplay highlights that are driving the underlying NBA 2K24 experience across all consoles. Let's get started. When it comes to offense, shooting and dribbling are more accessible and intuitive, enabling players of all skill levels to flourish on the court. Players who play on Hall of Fame or comp online games will be playing with green or miss shot timing for the ultimate challenge. But team control modes will see more forgiving shot timing, so you won't have to memorize every single player's release to the exact frame to find success.
So as you can see, I'm going to be putting up tweets. If you want to pause the video so you can read the tweets, help yourself. But I'm going to be putting up tweets from Mike Wang answering people on Twitter or Twitter X. This tweet says here that shooters with IQ can be deadly with a 75 three-pointer. Or you can also go 1 for 10. So with that being said, do you guys think the two-way slashing playmaker from 2K20 might make a return? Because that was one of the most deadly builds on 2K20. If you had it, I had one myself. It was a very fun build to play with. But if you had IQ, you could be lethal with a 75 three-pointer on 2K20. So if shooting possibly could be easier and you could have a lower three-pointer and still be lethal, two-way slashing playmakers might be making a return. Also, the tweet here says that if you turn off your shot meter, which I highly recommend, it increases your green window by 20%. The green window is the window that you have that gives you the opportunity to green your shots. So I highly recommend when the game drops that you guys find a jump shot that you like, learn the cue, and turn that meter off for that 20%. Also, Mike tweets that jump shot celebrations after hitting your green will make a return. There will be a delay in animation to give the people that little bit of, question of whether or not I green the shot, but it will be making a return at 15 feet from the 3-point line. If you green your shot, you'll see that animation pop up. I have no idea why they got rid of that in 23. That was something that nobody asked for, but it sounds like they'll be making a return. So that's a W in my opinion.
Advanced layups like floaters, reverses, Euros, hop steps, and scoops are much more effective this year, and I'd encourage everyone to try out layup timing. It's much more forgiving for high percentage layups and also gives you the ability to finish tough circus layups in traffic if you can master it.
You'll have to learn how to time your layups and dunks. The layup timing is now on default. I don't know if you'll be able to turn it off or not, but it sounds like it'll be on default. It'll be automatically turned on by default when you first, load into the game of NBA 2K24. But if you learn how to perfect your layup timing, as Mike Wang said, you'll be able to be more effective with the floaters and the Euros and the circus layups. Me personally, if you watch any of my build videos, I always try to put the circus layup packages on my builds because I typically go for a shorter build, and that gives me a slight advantage over taller defenders in the paint. Having that circus layup, Jamal Crawford hot step to get back, kind of give me like an ankle breaker in the paint and floats it over the top of their head. So another thing to mention, this tweet right here says that phase in the mid-range got a buff, but phase from the 3 got nerfed. So hopefully, I think that's a W. I always felt like shooting phase from the 3-point line is a low percentage shot. I think that's a dub. But it's, to me personally, if the speed of the gameplay allows you to quick stop and peek, which to me always took skill, then I'll see that as a big dub. Because if the gameplay is slow and stamina is trash and you can barely get open, you know, not being able to fade might be a problem. For the second topic, we're going to be talking about defense, man.
Perimeter and paint defense are both more effective and reward players for making good reads. Defensive movement has improved on many fronts, with better responsiveness and less sliding. This helps defenders get where they need to be, and with the improved body-up system, ball handlers will have a tough time getting free against great defenders.
And so, important thing to note here is that this tweet says that steals and block attempts will consume adrenaline bars on defense. The first bar gone equals a 20% block/steal rating nerf. 2 bars gone means 40, and 3 bars gone means 75. So if you're going to be out there spamming steals and just spamming, jumping and trying to get a contest in the paint, it's going to cost you adrenaline. I think that's fair.
The improved contact can also be felt in the paint. Big defensive anchors will have a much easier time putting a body on shooters at the rim and forcing tough shots. Directional steals are also back. You need to reach with the correct hand closest to the ball and avoid reaching across the body to maximize success and avoid foul calls.
So Mike talks about steals. He talks about, which we hear this every year. I would take this with a grain of salt. They always talk about steals, and typically what happens, steals is always overpowered for the first few months of the game. But based off what he's saying, it sounds like they have been listening to the community and going back to the old 2K16 style defense.
Also use directional steals to play passing lanes by flicking the right stick in the correct direction to get your hand in the way and deflect the pass.
That'll be a dub. So hopefully that'll also help with ghost contest as well, as they do talk about that in this tweet. They claim that ghost contest has been fixed as well. We'll see. I'm assuming that crabbing is still in the game as well based off of this, saying that if you're behind if you catch yourself behind the defender jumping too early or biting on fakes or out of position, then you'll catch yourself racking up fouls and giving suitors one-on-one opportunities. So it sounds like crabbing still might be in the game as well. As for the third topic, we're going to be talking about takeover, bruh.
Takeover returns to NBA 2K24, but with a different spin. Instead of assigning a takeover ability as part of the build process, now you can choose a category of attributes to boost on the fly. When you fill up the takeover meter, you can choose between finishing, shooting, playmaking, defense rebounding, or physicals.
So as you heard from Mike Wang, man, takeover is going to be a lot different this year. I've actually seen somebody tweet about this, and I thought it was a good idea. I can't remember who it was, but we talk about, like, what if your takeover was something that you could choose based off of how you're currently playing. I like that idea. Get the opportunity to choose what takeover you want to choose, and it boosts your attributes by a decent amount. Nothing crazy, hopefully. So we'll see how that's implemented in the game. It sounds like a pretty good dub to me if it's implemented correctly. But that's pretty much a lot of things with this game, man. A lot of ideas they had, like adrenaline, could have been a decent idea if it was implemented properly. But speaking of adrenaline, we're going to move on to the fourth and the final topic, which is the new dribble system.
One of my favorite elements in NBA 2K24 is the dribble breakdowns. Each player has 2 versions. Regular breakdowns are done by flicking up on the right analog stick, and aggressive breakdowns are done by flicking up with sprint held. This will initiate a sequence of signature size-up moves that you can use to create separation with on their own, or branch out of at any time for an explosive drive or other dribble move combo.
Also, pro play, man. Pro play might be a dub, man, because as y'all saw several times in this video with the KD comparison to real life to the actual game, pro play is probably going to make seasons a lot better on this game too. It introduces 150 new animations to 2K24, such as double crosses, standing snatchbacks, which is changed now to be tied into your signature step back package.
This year features all new signature double crosses, hezi crosses, and escape moves. Another major addition is the blowout dribble. Tapping the sprint trigger while moving will give you a quick burst of speed where the ball handler pushes the ball ahead to get out quickly on the break. Adrenaline boosts are back, but have been redesigned to make both offense and defense more skill-based. On offense, boosts are no longer lost when pulling off dribble combos or moving short distances. This gives dribblers much more freedom to create off the bounce. Losing adrenaline won't feel like moving in mud like last year, but it will heavily impact shooting attributes. So if a good defender can bump the dribbler 2 or 3 times in a single possession, they'll have a really tough time scoring if they do manage to get free.
As you can see, Adrenaline will make its return back to 2K24, but just like Mike said, Adrenaline now has been revamped, hopefully to actually make sense. What I'm seeing is if I'm getting clamped, if I'm allowing a defender to bump against my player, it's going to make it harder for me to shoot a shot. It's going to probably drop my green window down. Hopefully this new Adrenaline, revamp will actually make it to where we can combo up and actually get past our defender instead of worrying about if I go left or right too far, I'm gonna have an asthma attack and I'm gonna have to ask my mama to give me an inhaler so I can breathe again, so I can get this fade off. But anyways, so Pro Play alone is gonna add a lot of animations to this game. Hopefully useful animations, bro. Hopefully useful animations. Nobody wants to use Gabby Williams dribble style. Nobody ever uses it unless they're trying to be a troll. So hopefully Pro Play will actually add speed boosts, dribble styles, and moves that people will actually use so we can actually be different, bro. So hopefully Pro Play will make it to where these dribble animation videos will actually be different SIGs from different dribblers in the 2K community. And you can say, hey, maybe I want to try Fanta's dribble move. Maybe I want to try Steezo's. Maybe I want to try G-Man's. Hey, maybe you want to try mine's. Maybe you want to try Yard Man's dribble moves. Everybody might have to have their own different thing. To me, that'll make the game more exciting, man. Anyways, with that being said, the news here is pretty exciting. We're gonna see how it goes. But I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
And I walk around like I'm cool, oh that's cool. Baby, tell me what's your name and what's your use. I stay fly, but do all 365, can't help it, that's my roots. I realize it through these people's eyes, so don't play, tell the truth. I'm not laxing, but I'm cool, shit. I like cash and I like loot. I like passion in my fruit, girl.